Alright, so I was messing around with the tow eye and seemed to have gotten it stuck in there. Basically, it turns. So this is reverse threaded actually, so you turn it this way to remove. It gets to the point where it's very difficult to turn. And if you get past that point, which I can't really just do with my hand very well. There we go. Just need a little leverage, so you see it got loose again. So it's a continuous cycle. Basically, to me, means that the nut that is supposed to lock this in place is loose, and this is not going to come out. So I did stop by Tesla this morning, and they took a quick look, but he couldn't get it out either and said they would need to make an appointment for me to come in. They were like super busy. They just got a huge truckload of Model 3s in, parking lot's jammed, service center on the inside has like cars everywhere. So I understand they couldn't get me in. Unfortunately, that means I'm kind of on my own here, because they won't be able to do anything for at least a week or two, and I just don't really think I should be driving around with that thing sticking out. So I'm gonna try to pull the frunk out and hope that I can access the tow hook, the other side of it, from under there. I really have no idea if it's accessible from there or not. We're just gonna see what happens. Alright, so I can't get a great view. This is probably the best. I think I'm just going to start by pulling this seal off and seeing what happens under there. I'm not sure if the trim is actually on top of the seal, so let me just check that. Looks like it is. So I guess I'll be pulling the trim off first. Should pretty much pull out. Came out extremely easily. It's kind of a little too easy, if you ask me. But what do I know? So I'm going to have to remove this here. I believe I can just unscrew it. I have to, this is what keeps the hood from closing too far. So just adjust it when I put it back on and make sure that it's got a good gap here. We all know about panel gaps. Most of them are actually just either trim misalignments or these things aren't aligned correctly. Alright. So it looks like I gotta remove this one as well. Tight squeeze. And for completion, I'm just going to move the one on the left side too. It turns out I actually did not have to move that little rubber spacer there. They just pop through the hole in the trim here. So that would have saved, a little bit of time and realignment if I had tried that first. Alright, so now this is completely accessible. It's definitely anchored in. Looks like I need to take the trim out and probably this felt liner, and then I believe there's some bolts holding it in place. This is a good opportunity to also clean these panels. It gets pretty dusty in here. So I'm just going to pull the trim off. It's probably going to be fun to put on. Emergency escape switch here that just pops right out. You can push it back through, maybe, or unhook the wire if I have to. There we go. And also the light should pop out. Same thing. You just pop it in or unhook the wire. Should be able to pull this out. Now there's a lot of bolts, actually, more than I expected. A couple clips in the front too. There's probably 10 bolts on the back and the bottom row here that I gotta get out. And those, I'm assuming, are 10 millimeter. 11. Yeah, they are 10. Put these in backwards by accident. Alright, got my driver on the lowest torque setting so I don't destroy anything. And this is the completion. I'm just going to move the one on the left side too. It turns out spacer there, they just pop through the hole in the trim here. So I think that's, I'm not sure about this. Okay, it's kind of like a little handle they put in there. That's nice. Let's see. Pull out this. Make sure these. Oh, I see. They have a grommet for the wires to go through here. I have to pop that grommet out and disconnect these as well. So these should just have little. Push them. That one doesn't have anything on it to hold it in place. There we go. Alright, so there is huge air filter. I haven't been in here before, so I'm surprised at how big the air filter is. That's the same size as one in my house, looks like. Look at all the leaves that have accumulated down in there. I don't even really understand how they get in there. You can hear something down here making noise. There's a bunch of stuff down in here. Of course. It's pretty cool. But anyway, let's see. So the tow hook itself is right here, about in line with the edge of the headlight, point of the headlight, which will put it somewhere probably below this steel beam here. Look at that thing, man. Jeez. That is a large steel beam. No wonder these are so good in accidents. Anyway, you know, I'm really not sure if I can get to the tow hook from here. There's a lot of stuff down in here. Obviously not going to start unhooking things left and right. So, let me get a better measurement, a better idea of where that actually is on the other side, and see if I can figure it out. Alright, so I went ahead and vacuumed all the leaves out. Looks a lot better now. I vacuumed the filter too, and realized that this, the reason that there's so many bolts around it is because the air actually flows down in the hood, down through these little veins, and through there, which brings it to the back of the frunk, and then that basically forces the air through the filter. So this is actually pretty flimsy. You can see that's because it's actually held in place by the frunk itself. So that's interesting. So that, yeah, that explains why there's so many bolts, and they're, you know, serious bolts. They're not little plastic clips, and the foam helps to seal it as well. But anyway, so the eye hook definitely goes into that beam there, probably right into the bottom middle of it, I would say. I took it out. You can see it's bent to the left a little bit. Oh yeah, I was able to get it out by using a stick for torque and applying a good, you know, away from the car pressure to pull it out. So yeah, you can see it's bent to the left. Anyway, I should have tried that first. That would have been a little smarter. Then go and take the whole car apart. But there's definitely going to be an issue if I ever actually need the tow eye. I'm pretty sure it's not going to go in very well. So this is interesting. So the little black loop there is just kind of a guide to get the tow eye into the right position. You see the spring to the right of it. There's actually a little door that is closed by that spring. So when you push the tow eye through, it actually pushes that door open. See? You can see it moving there. and that's what allows it to get to the actual nut on the inside. So that is pretty impressive. It's just another example of the way Tesla engineers things. I don't know, this seems like they put a lot of thought into it. Whether or not that's over-engineering, it's really not for me to say, but it's definitely interesting, to say the least. At first I was like, there's no way that little black piece of metal is what this screws into, and yeah, turns out it's not. It goes in another maybe 4 inches past there, and then you can feel in here that it's hitting some solid piece of aluminum or metal there. Wow, really cool. So before I button her up, well, even after I button her up, look at this. Cigarette button here, disgusting. All this garbage is, I think, is that a rock maybe stuck down in there? So I got some cleanup to do. Corpse of a bug right there, maybe a leaf, I don't know. Yeah, so it's definitely worthwhile to clean in here while you're at it. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and clean up and close it up.